If your mirror reflection starts acting on its own, you're in for a nightmare. Here's Emily's terrifying experience. Emily had just moved into a new apartment. It was a charming place, with large windows that let in plenty of light and a cozy living room that made her feel at home instantly. She was excited about this new chapter in her life, eager to decorate and make the space her own. Little did she know this apartment held a dark secret. The bathroom mirror was slightly warped, but she didn't think much of it. It added a vintage charm to the otherwise modern bathroom. Emily loved the character it brought to the space, even if it made her reflection look a bit odd at times. One night, while brushing her teeth, she felt a shiver down her spine. Her reflection was smiling, but she wasn't. The smile was wide and unsettling, stretching across her face in a way that felt unnatural. She blinked, hoping it was just a trick of the light, but the smile remained. The reflection raised a finger to its lips, signaling for silence. Emily's heart pounded in her chest. She felt a cold sweat break out on her forehead. This couldn't be real. She must be imagining things. Terrified, Emily bolted out of the bathroom. She ran to her bedroom, slamming the door behind her. She sat on her bed, trying to calm her racing heart. She told herself it was just a hallucination, a product of her tired mind. She tried to rationalize it, blaming exhaustion or her imagination. She had been working long hours and was under a lot of stress. It made sense that her mind might play tricks on her. The next morning, the mirror seemed normal. The bathroom was bathed in sunlight and her reflection looked just as it should. No eerie smile, no strange movements. She felt a wave of relief wash over her. No eerie smile, no strange movements. She examined her reflection closely, looking for any sign of the previous night's terror. But everything seemed perfectly normal. Emily convinced herself it was a trick of a tired mind. She laughed at herself for being so scared. It was just a mirror after all. There was nothing to be afraid of. But days later, it happened again. This time, she was getting ready for bed. She glanced at the mirror and saw her reflection moving independently. Her heart skipped a beat. This time, the reflection moved independently. It raised its hand and waved at her, a slow, deliberate motion that sent chills down her spine. Emily's breath caught in her throat. It smiled wider and stepped closer to the glass. Emily's heart raced. She felt a sense of dread wash over her. This was no hallucination. Something was very wrong. The reflection began tilting its head mockingly, growing more menacing. It seemed to be enjoying her fear, feeding off her terror. Emily felt a surge of panic. Emily panicked, fleeing the bathroom in fear. She ran to her bedroom and locked the door, her mind racing. She couldn't ignore it any longer. Something was wrong with that mirror. She couldn't ignore it any longer. She had to do something. She couldn't live in fear of her own reflection. She needed help. Desperate, Emily called a friend. She explained what had been happening, her voice shaking with fear. Her friend listened patiently, then suggested they remove the mirror. They decided to remove the mirror, convinced something evil was trapped inside. They gathered tools and set to work, prying the mirror from the wall. It was a difficult task, but they were determined. As they pried the mirror from the wall, Emily couldn't shake the feeling that her reflection was watching her and waiting. She felt a pair of eyes boring into her, a malevolent presence that made her skin crawl. Remember, sometimes it's not what you see, but what sees you. The mirror was finally removed, but the feeling of being watched never left Emily. She couldn't help but wonder if the evil had truly been banished, or if it was still lurking, waiting for its next opportunity. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this eerie tale, hit like and subscribe for more chilling stories. Stay tuned for more tales that will keep you up at night, questioning the shadows in your own home.